everybody, and welcome to a short video about how to brainstorm ideas, how to find something to write about, and then how to formulate your research question. So we're going to start on the library homepage, and I'm going to show you two databases. These are really great if you're not really sure what direction you want to go. I would recommend looking at your class wiki to try to generate some ideas, but if you're still kind of stuck and not really sure, we're going to look at Opposing Viewpoints and CQ Researcher. Now, I'm really trying to keep this video short, so it's going to be kind of a quick preview of how to get there, how to look through things, and then, essentially just a quick overview. So to find Opposing Viewpoints in CQ Researcher, you go to Articles, A to Z, and then this is alphabetical, so for Opposing Viewpoints, you're going to click on O. So this is going to bring you here. Now, if you're off campus, it's going to ask you for your 900 number, and it's going to come up with a screen that says, enter your 900 number. You go ahead and do that. I'm also off campus, but I got into a database earlier today, so it's remembering me. So that's a nice thing too. So here you can do a search. You could do a search for, say, Black Lives Matter. You could do a search for protests, but you can also go to where it says Browse Issues if you're not really sure what you want to look for. So if you click where it says Browse Issues, you can go and just look down this whole long list. But you can also use the drop-down box and look for specific issues, right? So if we're talking about society and culture, as we are in the book that we're reading, this is a great place to start. Here's one that says Race Relations, and we'll click on this. And here is essentially the overview of this particular topic. So as we know, in The Hate U Give, there's a lot going on in it about how, race relations and all this stuff. So we have the overview, which is going to be your general kind of overview of what the topic's all about. And then down here, you have links to different things. There's audio sources, there's viewpoints, there's infographics, there's news, primary images, magazines, all sorts of different things that you can use to kind of start your research paper. So these would be considered, journal articles. Some of them are academic. This one I clicked on is academic from PLOS One. Some are going to be magazines. So, take a look around, skim a little bit, and see what you can find. So that's real quick intro to Opposing Viewpoints. So I'm going to go back to our A to Z list, and I'm going to click on C for CQ Researcher. CQ Researcher is a very similar database that has, overviews and insights and timelines and all sorts of things that you can use to really kind of investigate your world. Again, you can go to Browse Topics. Here you might do something like Law and Justice, and then you can see what kind of reports come up. So this is all, essentially available for you to utilize on a regular basis. So once you find a page that you want to look into, you could click on it, and then it will take you to essentially the different topics. So here we have like death penalty, gun control, all of these things that may be of interest to you as it relates to the Hate U Give. So this has a short report, and it's an overview, different federal laws, all sorts of really good information to get you started on your research. So that was CQ Researcher. If you have any questions, get in touch with Laura and I, and we would be more than happy to help you out. In this folder, you'll find a link to this handout, which is Writing College Essays and Formulating Research Questions. So the front page of this is essentially how to think about writing your essay when you get to that stage. But if you scroll down a little bit to the second page, here's how to think about developing your research question and strategy. So once you find a topic and you've really landed on it, you want to think about, why is this question important? How am I going to, or how should this question be addressed? You also want to think about, how specific can you be? Gun control is way too broad. So what you want to do is say something like, do gun buyback programs work in reducing gun violence? So you want to get more specific. You also want to think ahead about where you're going to look for that type of the type of research that you're looking for. So now, once you've identified your topic, start thinking about where you're going to go. Down here at the bottom are some samples of some really good research questions that go from unclear to clear, simple to complex, as well as unfocused to focused. And you can use those to kind of give yourself a template from which to formulate your research question. So that's it. I hope this was useful. If there's anything you need from Laura or I about finding a topic or formulating a research question, we're here.